I left it all on the dance floor last year, but also insanely competitive.
They're already scheming and planning and figuring out songs.
The bar is high.
I think it's going to be competitive, yeah.
Hey, this is Shay.
And this is Carrie,
Welcome to the Pocket Change Podcast.
where you'll learn better ways to spend, save, and invest and take control of your financial journey.
So, Carrie, today we're shining a light on one of Jackson's biggest events, Dancing with the Stars.
That's right. And Leaders is so happy to always support them. But do you know that this is their 10th anniversary this year?
10 years of this event supporting the Star Center.
That's right. And they're going to have a lot of alumni dancers this year. So it's going to be fun.
A few surprises up their sleeves.
That's
so
right.
we get to learn all about it.
That's right. Joining us today are two very special people. We have Keisha Norwood, the Director of Events and Engagement at the Star Center, and Kyle Barron, a returning alumni dancer. Welcome to Pocket Change.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. Okay. So, Keisha, tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got involved with the Star Center.
Okay. Well, I've been at the Star Center about 2 years, and it was a little odd on how I actually came to Jackson. I'm not originally from the Jackson area, but I had been praying for an opportunity. I have a lot of event experience and nonprofit experience, and there was an opening at the Star Center, and that's how it happened. It was just meant to be. I've been there a couple of years now. The events have taken on a new life, and they're growing, and my role has evolved over time. And of course, Dancing with the Stars is coming up on the 10th anniversary, so we're excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the Star Center puts on great events. Dancing with the Stars, Black Tie and Boxing. And so we're so excited to be a part of that. So thank you, Keisha, for your introduction. Now, Kyle, tell us about you, your professional journey, and how'd you get roped into dancing? Not one time, but twice.
Twice,
Yeah,
yes.
not one time, but twice, and it will not be thrice, right? So Kyle Barron, been in Jackson for 5 years, moved here to work at Jackson State Community College, one of the great educational opportunities that we have in our area. Spent a couple years there, and then worked at the Chamber for a couple years, and while I was at the Chamber, I focused in on air service and getting jet service from Jackson to Atlanta and Chicago. And so now you can fly 6 days a week. We take off Wednesdays, but not take off on Wednesdays, but we take Wednesdays off. And you can fly to Atlanta and Chicago on Denver Air Connection. And so I'm Director of Special Projects there and been very fortunate to get to work with that crew every day. Did Dancing with the Stars last year. Had a ton of fun with it. It is something that, I have a history when I was growing up and helping a nonprofit very similar. And so it felt really great to do that. And to get the call to come back this year, I told Keisha no.
What's the real story?
That's the real story. Told
the real
Keisha
story.
no, and but she was persistent, and just like the Star Center, you crushed the no, and so she got me to say yes. This will be the last
This
time.
will be the last
but we're
time.
excited to do it, and looking forward to it.
So, in other words, don't ask
Don't
next
ask
year
Don't
because he's
ask.
actually
No.
going to say no.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I feel like there's a favor coming. So
It's hard to tell the Star Center no.
Right.
Yes.
So, Keisha, if you don't mind telling us a little bit about why someone should support the Star Center and Dancing with the Stars and the impact that you've seen with that.
Okay. The Star Center is a very unique organization, and of course, it's a nonprofit, and we're obviously happy to partner with leaders. The unique thing about the Star Center is it was founded by the Dumets, and they have a very special bond with the Star Center still to this day. They had 2 children with Batten's disease, and that's a vision impaired disease that also, it was a cognitive problem, and there was nowhere in the area that offered any services back in the 80s for that. So they went all over the Southeast, they went all over the United States, and they could not find any services. They ended up in California. And over the course of about a year, they found an assistive technology program, and that ultimately helped them as parents, but also the kids. Then they came back to Tennessee and started the Star Center. And all these years later, we not only offer assistive technology statewide in all 99 counties, we offer several other services: home care, employment, music therapy, art therapy. I mean, it's really, even vision services, it's really astonishing. We serve over 4,000 people a year.
That's amazing.
So the Star Center, with their mission, it's a very special mission, and we service everybody from 1 year old up to 99. And we're just trying to get people to be better equipped in their home or at their job, and trying to get them, for the quality of life. Right. And so to me, that's very important, because you never know when you're going to need those services.
That's right.
So, yeah.
And y'all are really able to place people where they want to be
We
in
are.
a job or in a home, and keeping them in those environments where they want to thrive and,
We
and
are.
live. So that's really
And
good.
make their lives easier.
Yeah, yeah. There's several stories, including like some, especially agriculture in this area, where the assistive technology program just a couple of months ago had a farmer who had a stroke, and they went out into the field and equipped his tractor so he could get in the tractor to still do his job.
That's
Wow.
wonderful.
And just things like that that you would never think are an option for people, but they just want quality of life.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
And so events like Dancing with the Stars supports all those
Yes.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple of events a year, and we're working on a few new ones that hopefully in the next year or two we'll announce. Dancing with the Stars has been around for 10 years.
Yeah.
So this is a huge milestone, and of course Kyle's going to do this twice. But this is an all alumni cast, and that's huge because everybody that's dancing knows how much work it is.
Yeah.
They know how much fun they had, but it's a completely different animal now. And we have a few surprises lined up, but we typically make about $300,000 on this event, so it's a huge
Huge.
fundraiser for Star.
So Kyle, you're back this year. So how much pressure are you feeling to win?
It's a mix of, I left it all on the dance floor last year, right? So, I'm just going out there to have fun this year, but also I'm insanely competitive. And so everybody who is up there doing it this year has done it before. And so, whereas in the past, I danced a little bit in college, so I had an unfair advantage last year.
Okay.
This year, everybody's on
on
the
the
equal
same
playing
page.
foot,
Right. Competition
so
is
it
high.
should make for a very good show. And it's for me and my wife and our family, this is one of the first events we went to when we moved here,
Okay.
and it is a fantastic event. They do a
a lot
great
of
job
fun.
of putting on a fantastic event for a wonderful cause, and so you get to have a lot of fun. And if I get to shake it a little bit and it brings in some dollars for the Star Center, then that's well worth
better,
it. And
yeah.
I can make a fool of myself as long as
Yeah.
it helps the Star Center.
That's right.
Yes, that's great. So, Keisha, would you mind telling us who all is dancing this year?
So I'm not going to say everybody.
Okay.
It was a sneak peek.
Yeah, I'll give you a
Yeah.
sneak peek. Kyle, of course, is with Don Murphy, Ashley Wilson. We have Hunter Ross. We actually have Frank McMean,
Coming
Community
back
Foundation.
again? Okay.
That was another one I had to kind of, please. beg. We've got a really good crew. And we've got an eclectic group, too, because some people danced back when it started. And then some people like Kyle danced last year. So it's a very unique, and to me, the crazy part was seeing the interaction at the meet and greet last month. They literally they were planning. They were already scheming and planning and figuring out songs. And you saw a couple of them. They were super competitive. They were in corners, sort of figuring out like they didn't want anybody to hear them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I
That'll
think
be
it's going to be
fun.
competitive. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kyle, tell us about your dance partner this year.
So Don Murphy with Bravo Hair Salon, and
Okay.
so I'm excited to get out there with Don. What I really am excited is Don is a great fundraiser
Yes,
too.
she
So
is.
so I'm very happy to have her and for our team and really she loves giving back to the community.
does, yeah.
All of the dancers love giving back to the community, and so this is just a way for them to do that. But Don especially is fantastic at fundraising, and so we're happy to have her. Working with the Star Center on that, and so it's one that we're excited about. I'm ready
Yeah.
for October
Yeah.
to get here and to get out there and have a great time again. So
So it might be top dancers and top fundraisers this year.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I had
Sounds
top
like it could
fundraiser
be-
last year, so
He
we'll
did.
see.
Right.
He won it last year. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it going.
So, have you started practicing yet?
Yeah, so we are 2 weeks in at this point, and so we're really getting after it, and then we're making our week to week little improvements, but big improvements over the long scale. And so,
So,
we're
what's
excited about it.
practicing like? I know the time constraint has to be a lot. So, tell us
Yeah.
the commitment you're making here.
So, so I'll tell you about last year.
Okay.
Last year we started off, and we went 1 a week, and then 2 a week, and then 3 a week for a long while, to the point in which really you've got it down a couple of weeks before you get into the presentation. This year, we're being more competitive and not telling everybody what we're doing,
Right.
but we are
Right.
going
So
to
that's
make
a
sure that we
secret, too.
take it to another step. And
Yeah.
so that's something that we're excited about. And the time that you put into it, it's time away from your family, it's time away from your kids, but it's time for a good cause. And so all trying to make sure that we do the best that we can to have another year at Dancing with the Stars that takes things to the next level. And this being the 10th anniversary and everybody being alumni, it's exciting to
pressure.
see that, but it's pressure to
Yeah.
see
Bar
that
is
too.
high.
So,
The bar is set, yeah.
So we'll see how it turns out. I feel good about it, and I think that we'll do a great job night of.
I'm certain you will.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So Kyle, you mentioned a little bit about serving in a nonprofit throughout your time, but why this event? What keeps you giving back to the Star Center through Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, so part of it is my time in college. So I volunteered at a nonprofit that was very similar. It was a weekend retreat for individuals that had disabilities, and this was in Dallas. And I spent over 200 hours in service one year with that nonprofit. It was a fantastic time. I learned a lot about who I am, and I learned about how to help those individuals. And so then to get to Jackson and meet the Star Center and see that they're fulfilling the same mission here in West Tennessee. It was a natural fit for me, and to be able to help them out and get to do something that I both enjoy doing. I really like dancing; it's fun, and so. But there's not enough weddings for me to go dance at. So whenever they said Dancing with the Stars, and it's for a good cause, it's been a lot of fun to do that.
So if we hear about wedding crashers on TV, we'll look for you.
Yes, exactly. It'll
You and I
be
can do that.
me. It'll be me, or it'll be my wife holding me back. So she's like, no, not again. So.
Okay, so can you tell us how people can donate or participate?
Yeah, so if you can go to dwtsjackson.com and then click on fundraising, and you'll give to your favorite fundraiser. Kyle and Don would be great. And so that is one of the ways that you can get involved. Another way is to buy a table at the event, and so tables are going fast.
They are.
That's one of the best things about this is that every year it seems like the people just sign right back up to come back the next year because they had so much fun. But getting a table at the event and general admission as well.
Yeah, we have, because we moved it to the Civic Center, that opened up general admission. So we
Okay.
have a
Great.
whole other layer of tickets up there.
So tell us about tickets and how to find
Yeah,
them.
so general tables are on sale. We have 2 sponsorships that are available.
Okay.
I think they're going to go pretty quickly. They'll probably be gone by Friday. But general tables will sell out. We usually sell out by mid-September, so a couple of more weeks. Then we have general admission that will stay on sale until the night before the event. Usually we will try to sell them at the door too. We have a few of those. Now, dancing's a very unique event as far as fundraising goes, because based on who the dancers are is who you sell your tables to.
Right.
And Kyle's right. A lot of our sponsors and our general table holders, they love the event and they just return every year. But it is funny. It's night and day compared to our other fundraisers because people sit at the tables, they pay attention, and they do not want you standing in front of them. They want to
That's
see their
true.
dancers. But we do have, like his fundraising page that he was talking about with him and Dawn, we have an award for that. So that page is turned off on the night of dress rehearsal.
Okay.
And then we announce that winner on the day of the event during the show. Then People's Choice takes over on the night of the event, and that's another option for people to donate. And they can always go to the fundraising pages. They can make a donation to STAR, but probably tables and sponsorships are the biggest until they start seeing the performers. And now that we've been through the meet and greet and the dancers are live and everybody knows who they are, that's when ticket sales really picked up because we've sold probably 50 tables since then.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's huge. So tell us when the event is again.
It is Thursday, October 23rd.
Okay.
It starts at 6. It's at the Carl Perkins Civic Center.
At the Civic Center. Okay.
And we'll obviously have some surprises in store that we're not going to tell anybody,
Okay.
but for the 10th anniversary. But I think this is going to be probably my favorite. Everybody's so excited. And we had people from certain institutions and certain places in Jackson that thought they knew who the dancers were, and they were calling leading up to the reveal, wanting me to tell them so they could buy tickets. And they're like, we're pretty sure they're, like, we can't tell you.
There's a lot of anticipation.
There is, yeah. And
That's
it builds
great.
because even they
Yes.
have to keep everything. Like when Kyle said he was going to dance, they're not allowed to tell anybody. So we keep the momentum really building until that meet and greet. So
That's
yeah,
so fun.
Yeah.
Well, Leaders is proud to be a sponsor of Dancing with the
Yes.
Stars and also Black Time Boxing.
Right.
And so, if you don't mind, tell us what that support means to you.
Leaders, to be honest, I've worked at other nonprofits in this state and other states, and we're in a very unique situation with Leaders because they not only are our premier sponsor for one, but for two. And Leanne and Todd are absolutely fantastic. We lean on them quite a bit just with ideas and different things, and they're so supportive of the community anyway. but they also support our mission, which means the world to me because they're invested.
I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's reciprocal because we see the work that is happening through nonprofits like the Star Center and giving back to the community and to families and children. And so it's so important to be a part of that and invest in that.
Yes.
And so since this is a financial podcast, as we wrap up, we always like to ask, what is some of the best financial advice you've ever been given? So Kyle, you want to start?
Sure. Yeah. So when I was very young, I was very fortunate that my dad told me two things. He said, work hard when you're young so you don't have to when you get older. And he meant that from a physical standpoint. You still work hard, but, work hard. And then he said, invest in a Roth IRA from day one at 18. And so,
Wow.
and then he forced me to. So that was great. So I'm very
always
appreciative
helpful.
of him doing that and putting me on the right track.
Yeah.
It's great.
I
Keisha?
think mine would be my grandfather. I was really close with my grandfather growing up, and they were small town, simple people. And he always told us, always have 3 months worth of savings put aside because you never know what emergencies are going to come
Sure.
with. And I've lived by that, and he has been right a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Pocket Change podcast,
Right.
and we can't end it without asking you, if you were to find some extra change in your pocket, what would you spend it on? You want to go
Should
first?
I go first? Okay.
Okay.
We have children all over the United States because all of our kids are in the military. So I
wow.
think all of my money would go to Hawaii because my stepson
yes.
just moved to Hawaii, so that's on our bucket list.
There you
That's
go.
where all my extra change is going to go.
Putting it on there.
Yes.
Fly out of Jackson.
I know, I'm going to.
For me, it would go towards Team Kyle and Dawn.
there
You know,
you
we're
go.
fundraising
Yeah.
for a great cause.
Yeah.
And so if I found some pocket change right now, that's where it would go. And it would go towards the Star Center and making sure that event surpasses the 300 that
Yes,
we
yeah.
did last year and sets a new mark for doing good work in our community.
And our listeners and viewers can find the fundraising pages at dwtsjackson.com. Did I get
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
dwtsjackson.com. So find the fundraising pages for Kyle and Dawn,
Yeah.
Plug,
Yes,
and the others,
yes.
all the other dancers.
We
and,
are
give
gonna-
to the Star Center.
Yeah, so we were going to announce the night of the event how much we've raised over 10 years.
Uh-huh. Oh,
but we're
wow.
sitting over $1 million right now.
That's
So
wonderful.
we're hoping that we can exceed 300,000 and knock it out of the park.
That'd be great.
Well, I have
Yeah.
faith that you will.
Yes.
Thank you guys for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, and thank y'all for all you do for
Yes.
the community.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Pocket Change podcast.
Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and check out our full episodes on YouTube,
The Pocket Change podcast was brought to you by Leaders Credit Union.
where we power your passion and make lives better.
Cha-ching.
Ching.
That was
Yes,
good.
great.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah. Cha-ching. Thanks for tuning in to the Pocket Change podcast.
I wasn't ready. I just said like, all right, and then you just went. Leaders is federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Learn more at leaderscu.com.